Hello everyone. I just got this comment a lot of times and forever put all those more put more or at least more please. You are going to get your wish. And if anyone else watches this series, thank you and please subscribe. I'm not trying to bribe you or at least beg you or anything. I'm just asking if you could please. I'm a young channel and I really want to grow, and my goal is to actually, before I end this channel and take a break, or who knows, if I ever stop being on YouTube, my goal is to at least be at 500 subscribers for at least what I'm doing in this type of YouTube career. Seeing I know there's probably not as many people in this career, or at least there's more people watching than actually making stuff. So yeah, into the story. We have Belle coming, or at least finishing the day off that I was explaining in the last episode. He purely just did adventure work and stuff like that, with him more or less getting a better grip on his swordsmanship with his samurai sword. And which samurai sword? This samurai sword. So, yeah. Also, this is not paid video or anything like that. I don't own anything, so, yeah. So, YouTube, you can't say anything. Now, when Belle does wake, we'll skip to 1 month later. In that month, him and Freya, I believe, her name is, yeah, they've gone on a couple more dates and gotten to know each other a lot better. Belle explained more about his past and his family and her being sympathetic. Because when you look at Greek history, Zeus basically killed his own father. And if you do use the Kratos God of War story, Kratos killed Zeus. Though that's not going to be tying into the Greek history, it's purely going to be the Daimonji universe history. So Kratos does not exist. Though, yeah. And Freya does more or less get into more a relationship with Belle, with them both keeping on the down low. Yes, Belle and Freya, or at least Freya does more or less gloat that she has a boyfriend now. Or at least she says that, though Belle doesn't even know what she's doing. And he thinks they're still dating. Not a couple, dating. No, he's going to ask her if she wants to be his girlfriend. At least soon. Or on their next date, which is actually tonight. Throughout that day, part of the day, you do have Belle and the Loki Familia going on a expedition. It's not a big expedition, though it does give them a lot of money, and Belle is actually in the front area. Because in that 1 month time span, he has gone the level of level 2. He is no longer a level 1. And his stats are pretty boosted now. Nothing like eyes or any of the higher people. Though, he's more or less keeping up with them with his own techniques and stuff like that. Because yes, you could be the strongest person in the entire world, but without technique, it's very hard to use that strength in a actually very effective way. And plus, you have him having a samurai sword that can basically cut through anything. So yeah, and more or less a little bit longer. They come out, they cash in, they split it at least. How many people? Because you have the dog boy, or I think I recon his name to be Drake. You have Drake, Eyes, the two Amazonians. Yeah, and the two Amazonians. I'll just say those are the only two people. I think their wizard, you could say, or their mage, wasn't there that day. She had to do some mage things. I don't know what mages would do. So yeah, with Belle coming home, or going to the Loki residence, and doing more stuff. Regular things like changing, showering, and all that stuff, putting his weapons down, and more or less doing maintenance, because it has been a little bit since he did maintenance on his more or less, not the sword, the actual gun part, or the launcher, which is the bottom one you can see on the bottom. So, yeah. And, yeah. Also, this might be a, well, teaser of what I'm doing next in this series. After this series is completely done. Also, I know in the past I've been a little weird with my episodes. And one thing I am going to explain now. Once the anthem, the Colossus one is finished, I am going to, I'm going to post it after this. It's already pre-recorded from the pre-records that I've done in the past. Because that series has already been finished and recorded. And it's already been uploaded on my channel. And I don't want to delete that. So, yeah. You have more or less that night, Bell going off to his, Freya. Them going on a secretive date that no one knows about. Him actually, when they do leave their little restaurant, Deku goes on one knee and asks her to be his girlfriend. Freya accepting and kissing on the cheek, just saying yes. With her just saying, also, you're coming to my place tonight. With him just saying, wait, what? And yeah, Belle had a very, what's the right word? Exciting night that night. I ain't going into specifics, but imagine what you want. Whether they drank, whether they did anything, I don't really care. I'm staying away from all that crap. Not that I'm not disrespecting anyone that does that, inappropriate things. It's just that's not what I really like to explain, and plus I'm too young, I'm 15 years old. So for a 15-year-old explaining that, yeah, I have to be pretty messed up. But I digress. With the next morning, Belle wakes up with Freya beside him and him just saying beautiful. Freya opening one of her eyes and just saying, yeah, I better be. Deku just saying, you're awake? Her just saying, yeah. And, she does try to get up, but fails, because Deku was that good at night. And asking if he can help her. Deku obliging and helping her to the downstairs, more or less carrying her bridal style. Yes, that one Familia member is still there, though he's on expedition for about 2 months. So she has that whole month to her. They had that whole 1 month to herself, and the next month also. Though that's going to be explained soon. You do more or less have Belle having breakfast. Loki wondering where Belle went again. He didn't write any note or anything like that. Her being concerned now, and Belle finally up to go, and yeah. Him immediately going to the dungeon, going in there, and they do meet up. Eyes wondering where Belle is, and yeah, wanting to check afterwards where he is, though seeing him in the dungeon. And faking, being very tired. With him more or less practicing his swordsmanship with monsters. Eyes realizing, he's tired as fuck, and he was probably in here all night. Her asking Belle if he slept at all. Belle saying slightly. I found a hole in the ground and covered myself. And yeah, he more or less faked how everything he was looking, so yes, he is very active and he doesn't feel sleep at all, at least in his own mind. Though in reality, he's just faking, though in reality, everyone just thinks he's tired and he's just faking it for his girlfriend. So, yeah. You do have the Belle fake sleeping for half of the day, or at least, until nighttime with Loki Familia calling a meeting. Eyes waking up Belle and him just saying, what? Her just saying, look, I know you're training all night, though you need to come. It's a meeting that Loki did command. Loki just being, alright. And going off. or at least those two going off to downstairs to the more or less area. Loki seeing Belle asking if she can talk to him after this. Dick obliging saying sure. Her explaining that there is going to be a little gathering of gods and familias. And and she actually has 3, invitations. And you are all, and and this is also for me to mainly just tell who's coming. Her just saying Belle Cornell, Eyes Wallenstein, and Drake, the werewolf. Those 3 being, alright, onesie date. Belle just saying. Her just saying the date, and yeah, it's in 1 week's time. Because I would say this is around Sunday, so yeah. Also, sorry if you hear anything in the background, my dad's on call. After a little bit, you do have Belle 1 week later. Yes, he still goes over to Freya's house and spends time with her, and more or less cuddling with her and all that crap. I don't really want to get in specifics with with the bed stuff. No, I'm probably already getting into too much detail. Whatever. So yeah, the day does come where they do up the festival, with the Belle and Freya agreeing in the 1 week span that they're going to tell people that they're actually dating and why has Belle been so out and stuff like that. With you do have him being how is it going to work when they do come? Deku is more or less wearing a black suit with a black black pants, black shoes, black shirt, and a black jacket. And in his shirt, he has a combat knife. Why? Or at least in his sleeve, he has a combat knife. Why? Well, because one reason. He's paranoid because he thinks something's going to happen. Or he always wants to be prepared. Which is a thing his father indented in his head before he did die. Be prepared if anything does happen, no matter how safe it could be. So, yeah. And after a little while, Deku gets there and is more or less waiting in the front area. With Loki asking him why he's sitting. Deku saying he's waiting for his date. Everyone just being shocked and say, "You have a date? Who is it? Deku just saying, "You'll find out soon." With him saying, "Also, you'll be very shocked to see who it is." Loki just saying, "I swear to God, if it's," or at least in her head, "I swear to God, if it's Freya, I'm going to kill that bitch." Yeah. 15 minutes later, Deku's still sitting there, and his eyebrows are suddenly, close, with someone in the background just saying, "Guess who?" No one's in that area, or at least no one's watching Belle and Freya, because Freya came in through a secret door that they do have for little getaways, because over the years, the gods have been attacked in that area, or at least Familia members that have basically put a target on their head, or they're just from their past. So, yeah. Degu's saying, beautiful voice, beautiful sounding, or at least a beautiful woman. And I'm just thinking, well, it couldn't be my girlfriend because she doesn't sound like you. Her just slapping his head and just saying, with him just saying, ow. Her just saying, no, it's your girlfriend. Him just chuckling, just saying, oh, yeah. And her just saying, you don't always fake that kind of stuff. They were saying, what? Her just saying that whole the bad boy look. Him just more or less going up into her face and saying, oh, and you don't like that? Her just going, and blushing, just saying, shut up. With her just saying, come follow me. Him following her, and with her taking him behind the area and taking him to the front area so they can come in through the main area. And you do have the announcements saying, and the goddesses herself, Freya Freya coming in with Deku more or less right behind her. And you more or less have him just stating, alright, and getting her hand and going off. You do have every guy just saying, what the hell? Even the gods and Hammer just like, they knew this was going to happen at some point with Zeus. And yes, Zeus is, it's more or less Deku's a descended from Zeus. So Zeus is kind of more or less interested in, yeah, and seeing he is more or less dating a god, it's curious to him. Him just saying, I swear to God, if he does anything to her, I'm going to mother. Yeah, not lovely words a god should say in public. So, yeah. And you do have everyone just saying, oh, the guy's just saying, how the hell, at least in the local Familia, asking, how the hell do you get a date with, how are you dating the god of beauty herself? Deck was just saying, because I'm not treating her like a, well, beauty. Or at least I'm not treating her as a, well, the god of beauty. I'm treating her like a pretty girl that is actually very kind and loving. Not asking for her to just get down and lay on a bed. The guy's just saying, wait, you've had, Deku saying, one time. Freya just blushing and telling him to stop. Deku saying, alright, fine. Sorry guys, no more details about that. Them asking, what the hell, dude? Yeah. And I's coming up to Freya and asking if that's actually true, if they are actually dating. Freya just saying yes, they are dating, and, well, yeah. The whole night, Deku and Freya were more or less answering questions. Them getting very drunk, and with you do have Deku with a, at least sober, slightly sober than Freya, and telling Loki, also Loki's very drunk. Telling Loki he's going to take Freya back. Freya just saying, I don't need to go back. I have everything I need. I have you, and her pointing to Loki and just saying, no, I don't need you. You're very stupid. Loki in a drunk voice just saying, what? I'm not stupid, you're stupid. Which goes into an oral argument with them more or less slapping each other. Deku and is just trying to stop them. And yeah, everyone's practically out of their mind drunk. Other than a few people like Ice, because well, I don't think she drinks, and I don't really think much people drink as much. So yeah, and I select a few that are, what are they? The DDs, as in, which just means designated drivers, or at least take me back home, slave. I'm drunk as hell. Yeah. A lot of gods drunk, a lot of servants, at least Familia members drunk. So yeah, Deku just taking Freya home and going to sleep. With them just doing things in the bed. Freya waking up slightly sobered up and having a massive headache, Belle as well. Or at least not as bad. No, it's easily can be told because you have Freya just saying, how much should I drink? Deku and also Grok voice just saying, I don't know. And also, I don't think I ever explained how old he is. At least, Belle. So when he was younger, when that whole situation of his family dying, it was around 6. Also, if I do explain anything in the background, like his background about his age, yeah, I'm going to retcon all that. That old thing happened around when he was 7. And he was a more or less person, training in stuff like, until he was about 12 years old. Then he was more or less a hired mercenary. And in the age of, now he's the age of 20. A actual Familia member. So, yeah. With everyone waking up in different bedrooms that they shouldn't be in. And, yeah. Or at least for the local Familia. Because everyone that, or at least the 4 people that did go. As in Loki, Drake, Ice, at least Belle wasn't even, he just went with Freya. Taking her back home. So, yeah. And Belway trying to get up with Freya just, trying to keep him in bed. Just saying, no, don't go. With Belle saying, I have to go, I have to get ready I have to go back to the Familia. With her just saying, wait, couldn't you not leave the Familia and join me? With Belle just stopping and just saying, if I did that, Loki would kill me. Her just saying, then I'll kill her, if she kills you. Dago saying, are you sure about all that? Freya just stating, you really think I'm slightly more powerful than Loki, so I have more stuff. And I don't really think a level 2 person when she has all those higher levels, should do much to her Familia. Deku just finally saying, alright, I'll very nicely ask her to let me leave the Familia so I can join you. Freya just saying, alright. And, with Belle looking at her body, which is not clothed, and him just saying, also, you were very good last night. Her blushing, just saying, setting a lot, and Belle leaving. With Belle going back to his Familia's, at least HQ, and, seeing Drake and Loki very still more or less passed out. Because they even drank more than he did. So, yeah. With Ice just saying hi to Belle, and Belle just saying hi, and her asking when did all this happen. Deku explained more or less the whole story of what I was explaining in the previous episode. For how they met and stuff like that. With her saying, you realize she's a god and she'll live forever. Deku just saying, yeah, I know, but still. Who knows, I might be cursed with immortality one day and I can't die. Honestly, I wouldn't really much care. She loves me, I love her, so, So, yeah. Loki just, or not Loki, actually, you know what? Loki just finally come out and just saying, you realize now you are going to have a target on your back by every single guy, right? Deku saying, well, you see, before you come and more or less butcher me, can I say something? Her with revealing a cleaver behind her, just saying, what? With eyes just sweat dropping and just saying, what the hell is going to what was going to happen if I wasn't here? And like, can I leave the Familia? Before you can finish that sentence, you have a shing with a blade right beside his face, with her just saying, what? Dixon, well, you see, Eyes and me want to more or less be better together, and I don't want to be being with her one night and with here one night, and it will be very chaotic, so I was wondering if I could join her Familia. Which means, with Loki's saying, so you want to leave my Familia to go for hers? They're saying, yes. He's sweating drops. Loki's saying, okay, in a casual tone, or a joking tone. With Deku saying, wait, really? Her saying, yeah, fine. It's fine. Though in her head just saying, you are so lucky, Freya. Deku saying, alright, and going up to his room and picking everything up. Deku just telling Eyes if she ever needs something, just come by and he'll help. At least in a reasonable thing. Eyes understanding and telling Belle the same thing. If he ever needs something, he can just come and help. So, yeah. With the Belle coming back to the Freya residence, not the HQ where Freya actually lives, and sees Freya still there, drinking some coffee, and reading some newspapers. Why newspapers? Well, because I can do so damn please it. It's literally just paper with ink. Just explaining what's happening in the town and stuff like that. So yeah. Deku just coming beside her and kissing her on the cheek and just asking how is she doing? With her just saying, I'm actually very good for the past 2 hours that you did leave me. Deku saying, yes, sorry about that. I survived the whole Loki incident and I'm moving in. Her just spitting out blood or not spitting out blood, I was thinking of All Might. Her just spitting out her coffee and just saying, you survived that? Deku just saying, wait, I was meant to die? Her saying, shutting up and just saying, well, you see, there was one person before that was dating, and Deku saying, oh? With her saying, though, that was like 3,000 years ago. Loki killed him. Though, yes, me and him were not seriously dating, it was more or less a physical relationship. Though now, but with Deku going closer and just saying, oh, and what are we? Her saying, an emotion one. Very fast with a blushed face. Him just saying, good. And asking where he can actually put his stuff. Her telling him my room, and I'll have someone just bring another cabinet over, or we can just get a bigger bedroom. Deku checking at that, just saying, you can't be preposterous. That bedroom's massive. Her saying, I have bigger ones. Belle just saying, I'm calling Cap. Her showing him a bigger room. Deku saying, what the hell? Yeah, and more or less fixed with eyes just telling someone to bring her stuff over to this room. And it was somewhat of a maid. Maid doesn't really matter. I'll just use her to do cheap things. So, yeah. The maid does that, and Belle basically moves his stuff over. With that day, Belle and Freya were more or less chilling and spending time together. So, yeah. With them both more or less just being, well, a boyfriend and girlfriend relationship. And, well, the day does come where Belle, or at least Loki, asks Freya if she can borrow Belle for about 2 weeks. Freya saying sure, but what is it for? Loki explained the whole situation of as we know, the black, what was it called? The black thing that Belle did the almighty thing on, what was it? That one-shot thing, when the first time all went fully white. It was the first thing. It was that big dungeon he almost died in and stuff like that. Actually, no, that wasn't the first one. He died before it. Almost died before that. So, yeah. With